Ken Neff, I live on Meads Lane. I married her. I was reading your blurbs and all that stuff, and it keeps talking about being pro-farming, that farming is essential to the town. An example of what my wife was talking about is over the last many years, my wife and I have been working very hard to improve the farm, to make it more viable, to make it profitable, to do all this stuff. And one of the things we've done recently is we've put roadside feeders on the road. The roadside feeder saves on waste hay because the cows can't just spew it all over the field. The roadside feeders also make it so we don't have to drive into the field as much and track all kinds of mud and manure up and down the road, which all the cyclists complain about. It saves on equipment, it saves on fuel. It was working really well until you paved the road, right? Nobody came and talked to us. Nobody sat down and said, hey, how can we make this viable for farming? One of the feeders now has such a severe drop-off that we cannot back a tractor in. We have to use our skid steer. The skid steer is a 6,500-pound device, and when the arms are up with a round bale on it, you can't see much. So to try to prevent accidents, one person drives it in, and the other person stands on the road and tries to stop traffic. And I say tries. One of the things we have to do now is park my truck down the road just to try to slow people. Some people still come flying by 50, 60 miles per hour. We were doing that the other day. This blue Volkswagen comes up. I stepped back and said, please stop, because when my wife is loading it in, she can't see. The guy starts flipping me off. His wife starts flipping me off. He starts driving the car at me. He's threatening to run me down. I just stood there. I think the pitchfork made him stop. All right. At the end, it took 2 minutes, max. All right. At the end, skid steer pulls out. I step, I wave him on. He drives up, rolls down the window and says, what a stupid farmer you are. Drives off. Okay. This is what we're getting because of this new road. Right? And stuff like this. The road is poorly designed for farming, and nobody talked to us. Right? You talk about Martin Luther King, we matter too. Right? That's community is doing that. No, just came in and paid. Right? Does somebody need to die before somebody does something? Because we're dealing with that every day now. Right? We have to have eyes in the back of our head. Quotes by good old Mark Dorsey. My wife's already said some. You're going to have to change the way you farm to fit the habits of the road. What does that say? Does the town care about us? Nothing. Right? 80% of the people in the town like the road. They don't work it. My wife's 7th generation. They were here before Heath Dairy. And we're still working on it. We're not asking for town handouts. We're paying every bit of it ourselves. And we're getting punished for it. Right? Wouldn't it be nice if we got some of the same respect and care? But we get cold shoulder. Thank you.
Thank you. Would anyone